me just get that out the way. I've been doing this brunch for a little while now, and I think this is my biggest crowd. I normally be kept between 70 and 80 people, but I said, today when I got here, she said, are we doing 10 tables? I said, no, we're going to add a few more. Not really knowing if it was going to be filled or not, but I thank you all for showing up today. Okay, today we are here to celebrate these beautiful Pink Sister survivors. They had no knowledge beforehand that they would have to embark on a fight that they never volunteered to be in. From the day of diagnosis, this fight comes on strong, with full force. After hearing the words, you have cancer, the mental struggle to cope will enter your mind. It starts to set in. The anguish of appointments after appointments, in a hurry, the mental anguish starts to set in. The unknowing of what's really happening in your body and how fast it's happening engulfs you. The pain of losing physical attributes and or suffering through treatments causes you to question, will you be able to withstand until the end? It takes what we are looking at today, courage, faith, strength, hope, to believe that you will be cured, to know that you can overcome and to knock out the barriers that are in the way of you getting to your healing. It's a tough journey, trust me, I know. But it's my experience that with a strong support system, you can be the one that comes out the fight unmatched. Pearl, powerful, elite, adorned, ravishing, love. That's how I see you ladies today. Just as a pearl, so I salute you, my Pink Sisters, for staying the course and allowing us to see just how strong of a force you could really be. And so I'm just gonna say, for me, this year, having been diagnosed the second time, I'll share the testimony that I have not shared publicly. On December 21st, I had an elective hysterectomy. And I carry the BRCA gene, my family does. So before my first diagnosis, 3 years prior to that, I knew I had the gene, so I knew a possibility of me getting cancer was always there. So when I got the first diagnosis, although of course you don't want to hear that, I had experienced it enough in my family. My grandmother had 7 girls. Out of the 7 girls, 6 of them have had cancer. Okay, my mom is a 2-time cancer survivor. Before I had cancer, my youngest sister that y'all see running around here, right here in the pink sweater, she had cancer. She's a survivor. So it was not like it was strange to me. But the difference was being on the outside, being the cheerleader, being the support system. When you're not thrown in it, it makes all the difference. I can tell you that. And so fast forward, I get through it. And this I have been asked to give because when you carry the gene, they want you to do a lot of different things to try to get rid of items out your body so that because the risk of it reoccurring is so high. At the time, when you start to lose body parts as a woman, that's something that mentally you have to get yourself together for, I'll say. And I know, and I say it all the time, I told Mika this, when when you're going through, when you losing it, you got to tell yourself, I'm doing this because I'm going to live. This is what it's going to take for me to live. However, when I got this second go-round diagnosis, I was there, I had an elective surgery that they asked me to have 2 years ago, and I wasn't ready. In that time span, we all know my husband passed away. And so trying to just rebuild life and get a new grip on my now new life, I decided I'll try to get as much medical stuff behind me as I could. So I elected to have this surgery. I went in, set the appointment. They gave me an appointment for March of 2023 to have the surgery. That was fine. Weeks later, I happened to get a call from the clinic, and the nurse is saying, well, the doctor had an early opening, and they wanted to see if you wanted to come in and take it. I said, when is it? She said, the thing about it is, it's December 21st, which is your healing will be right in the Christmas holiday. So I said, oh, well, that's not a problem. I don't have small kids, so I can do that. So I took that opening, had that elective surgery. I'm at home, I'm healing, I'm fine, just started back to work. And I get a ding on my phone. And it says test results. And I'm like, what is test results from? I'm not thinking anything because I haven't went anywhere. And I open the results. And I immediately start screaming. So I called my daughters. And I say, I think I'm reading something wrong. So at this time, my baby girl was expecting it. She was headed somewhere. She said, no, I'm gonna come there. So she came and she started reading. She said, well, have you called Dr. Gill? I say, no, not yet. I called Laura Janice. We get on the phone. I started calling everybody at this point, because I know what I'm reading is not correct. So when the doctor calls me back, the oncologist that did the surgery wasn't the one that called me back. My regular oncologist called me. She says, I'm sorry, we're shocked ourselves. So I say, this cannot be. I cannot do this again. Because when you go through chemo is so harsh. And for me, everybody's body is different. I carry a low count naturally. So for chemo almost took me out of here. And I knew the first go round, they had so many problems. The first go round, I ended up stopping chemo early. They had to stop it early because my body just couldn't handle it. So she comes, so they come with a treatment plan. They say, well, you're gonna have to do 18 straight weeks this time. I said, I don't know if I can do that. Sign up, but now at this time, I'm looking at my kids and my grandbabies, okay? So I say, okay, you gotta do this. We go, my very first treatment, my sister and I are there. And about 15 minutes into the treatment, I called. From that point on, in my mindset, I started saying, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. But I had to get a grip on myself, y'all. Because at the end of the day, just like she said, we're here for a purpose. This battle, this fight, we didn't ask to be in, but it was given to us for a reason. And so each week, I was scared as I could be, but I would go in there saying every single time, Shurray, you can do this. You're gonna make it through this. So I would just encourage you all, please, Mika just did the commercial, as I like to call it. Get these mammograms. Pay attention to your bodies. This fight here, it ain't for the weak. It's definitely not for the weak. But you have a team of people. Look at all these ladies here. I'm sure any one of them, you could call them, and they will tell you, give you some insight, give you encouragement, let you know some little things that you can do to keep going. So I just want to say to you ladies, though, that I am elated to have you here today. I celebrate your lives as a survivor.